Hello there, everybody. Welcome to a special Writer's Rant, brought to you by Camille's Harem. Not just a podcast for novice writers by novice writers, but also a YouTube channel by novice writers for novice writers. Because writing is an adventure, it's more fun with friends. And if you can hear a strange little shh going on in the background, well, that is because I am right now in the middle of a beautiful summer storm in Germany. And that's also one of the reasons why you haven't heard from me for a while. It's not because I have suddenly checked out or because I suddenly ran out of things to talk about. No, it's because I am right now on a very much deserved vacation. And it's rather difficult to be on vacation and to crank out videos. I have mad respect for the YouTubers that somehow managed to pull off that miracle. So here I am, way down the road, coming towards the end of my vacation and finally bringing out my snowball. I am happy that I had the foresight to take it on out because I do have this rant that I really wanted to get off my chest and share with you all. And the rant is this. Do not think at any point in time that you and your story are not good enough. Yes, that is right. Do not think at any point in time that you and your story are not good enough. Now, I know that that might run slightly against conventional wisdom when it comes to editing, because, yeah, there are some stories that are just not entirely redeemable, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta get that story out, so that way you can find the hidden nuggets and gems beneath the rough that then leads you to the next amazing story. Now, the reason why I say all of this is because, well, I recently had a chance to go into Switzerland and visit one of the sites that apparently inspired some of the geographical sites in the Lord of the Rings mythos, specifically the Misty Mountains and Rivendell. And as I was walking through this area, being a huge Tolkien fan, my thoughts were just kind of going all over the place. I was thinking about Tolkien, I was thinking about inspiration, I was thinking about my own stories, and I was thinking about how, at one point, my admiration for Tolkien and for other amazing writers that I really like led me to a point where I was just like, man, I will never be as good as these people. Look at the story that I'm writing right here. This is absolute garbage. Flip the table. And even every now and then, I still feel that way. And I am sitting on a bunch of finished manuscripts that I'm trying to get published. There are times where I'm just like, man, my work is just not good enough. Well, you know what? That kind of thinking is totally counterproductive. You just have to bite the bullet, you have to go forward. And, once again, just thinking about Tolkien. To be all honest and frank, Tolkien didn't know that he was writing a masterpiece. He didn't know that his work would go on to be known as the one and only legendarium in all of fantasy. And that's saying something. The one and only legendarium. He didn't know he was writing that. In fact, there are many times, and there's even notes and letters from him where he's just like, oh my gosh, why did I write that? This is absolute garbage. Why did I bother with this subplot? Why did I even answer this question? Why did I write myself into this hole over here? This is insane. What am I doing? Relax, be calm, all novice writers. Because we all go through those moments of self-doubt. I honestly don't have a cure-all. I would love to say from this porch where I'm sitting right now in the rain that I had an answer for you guys that would just get rid of all of your doubts and help you move along. I sadly don't. What I can say is this. I do have some advice that might help you out. Number one is this. Do you love your stories? Do you love your characters? Do you, it might not be constantly, but do you almost on a daily basis envision some of the worlds that are playing out in your head? If so, those worlds, those characters deserve to be given life in some kind of way. And when you make your writing a labor of love, that you are giving life to these images and stories in your head, then even if you are plagued by doubt, you will still push on saying, at least I am loving what I'm doing, I am loving the story, and I hope one day someone else will too. Another piece of advice I have is this. Start talking with other people about what you are writing. It can be with your own writing group. It can be with us at Camille's Harem, which I highly encourage because, man, we love talking with other novice writers about their work. Or it can just be talking with friends that have absolutely nothing to do with writing, or with family, or maybe even a random person who you just see one day at the store and you're all like, I am going to bite the bullet for whatever strange reason. I'm going to talk to this person about my story. Which, yeah, that's kind of strange right there, but it happens all the time, believe me. Talk to people about your stories. When you talk to people about what you are working on, it helps give you a certain amount of motivation. It also gives you a certain amount of accountability that you're actually going to go through with this, and it gets you excited. And my third bit of advice, and this is coming back to a video that I did already months ago, but I want to bring it up again. Ask yourself some questions. Go out into the world. Explore. Ask questions about what you're seeing, what you're doing, what other people are doing. Ask questions about history, about science, about religion. Ask questions about books. All of these different things. These questions right here will help generate more ideas in your mind of what it is that you can write. And even sometimes, it'll just unlock possibilities where you run into roadblocks. Or you'll begin to realize, oh my gosh, there's so many stories out there that need to be written. I need to get to work, for crying out loud. And that's what I would really suggest doing, these three things. That you make your writing a labor of love. That you talk with people about what you are writing. And that you ask questions of the world around you. As I said, these are not cure-all pills for the doubts that you may feel, but it's something to get you going. And that's something that I really want to help other novice writers with, is whatever doubt you are feeling. Because, believe you me, and I'm going to bare my soul here just a little bit. Over the course of this vacation, as I've been frantically writing on the side whenever I've gotten any kind of free time to do so, I've thought about it where, you know, when I first started coming up with these stories in earnest, really thinking about what they were, what they meant, who these characters were and everything, there was incredible doubt in my mind that anyone, anywhere, would love what I am writing. That I would be made a laughingstock, that I would embarrass myself. And so all of the stories that I was coming up with, I just buried them. And I convinced myself that I couldn't write. I actually have a book somewhere where I started writing out a story. This is really silly, but it was basically kind of a knockoff of Eragon. But you know what? Hey, I was feeling in the writing mood, and I was coming up with something. And yeah, it was middle school me doing a really cruddy job with my sloppy handwriting, but I was having fun. And then at one point, I just convinced myself that it was garbage, which, yes, it kind of was garbage. But in the process, I convinced myself that I could never be a writer, and that my stories would all fall flat on their faces, and that I would never be good at this. For the next 7 years, I avoided all forms of creative writing. Even in school, I just didn't want to do it. And then for a friend who was going through a rough time, I wrote up a kind of character background for a D&D scenario, and suddenly things started clicking slowly but surely again. And you know what's sad is it took me an overall 12 years to get to the point where I once again had the feeling that maybe I could do something with my stories. That's 12 years lost to doubt. I don't want anyone else to go through that. If right now you are coming up with a story and you are feeling some doubts about what you are doing, please contact us at the very least and tell us your doubts, and we will talk you through them. We will help you find your motivation so that way you can write what you want to write. You have amazing ideas locked away in you, along with, yeah, a lot of not so good ideas, but guess what? So do we. and we talk them out. We work them out together. And I want to be able to help you guys out. And yeah, this rant right here, this bearing of my soul that I wasted 12 years to doubt. You shouldn't. Don't waste any time to doubt. Get down in front of that computer or in front of that pen and paper and start writing. If you have any concerns or any doubts, come talk to us or go talk to other people. Go ask the world some questions. There's amazing inspiration all around you. And please, write. The adventure of novice writing is one of the most incredible journeys that I have been on for the past few years and more. Really, I mean, we started Camille's Harem long before it became a podcast and YouTube channel. But ever since then, I have found so much fulfillment in writing. And it's absolutely incredible. And I just want to share that with everyone by helping to enable you to go on your own novice writing adventure. So that's my rant. Don't give in to doubt. Believe in yourself. Believe that you have amazing stories. Go out and write them. And if you run into any kind of obstacles, you can overcome those obstacles. And if it feels like too much of a challenge for you alone, then that's why we as Camille's Harem are here. We are here to help you out. Because writing is an adventure, it's more fun with friends. That's why we believe in our tagline. Alright, so that's enough of my little rambling rant right there. I hope that you got something out of it. At the very least, you get the nice ambient sound of a summer rainstorm here in Germany. At least I hope it sounds nice here in the recording. In any case, I'm going to keep it the way that it is because it sounds very beautiful to me, at the very least. And I do apologize for the drought of videos. But that being said, we are planning some great stuff. I've got some I've got some videos in the works that I'm hoping to get out soon enough. Some stuff that I said at the beginning of the year that I would do. It's just been taking a long while, and I'll explain why when I finally get to that particular video. But believe you me, there's some great stuff coming down the pipeline as far as our own creativity, some great writing advice, and we also kind of want to broaden our scopes a little bit to start including other genres within writing and other opinions. So we'll announce that as we go along, but I just felt that I would already give you guys the heads up. I know that I've been dropping little hints here and there about things that we'll do, but seriously, I just wanted to bring that up again. One of the things I will tell you right now is this. So later this year, as I will be transitioning from one book to the other, I am finally getting my hands dirty up to beyond the wrists, up to the elbows. I am going elbow deep into the muck and mire of my own dragon novel, my first dragon novel. And so I'll be releasing a small series of videos in the near future about some of the things I've been doing. In one of the videos I've already done about how to write dragons differently, I posed certain questions, certain ideas, and I'm going to follow through and show you guys how I execute some of those ideas and where they take me. So you guys will get to see some of my writing process. You guys will get some sneak peeks into the world of Whitefire, and I hope that you really enjoy that. So please stick around for that. Otherwise, please go check out our podcast, Camille's Harem, if you haven't already, found on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. Go check out some of our art over at Tumblr. Go definitely check out our writing advice and writing exercises on Pinterest. They're really good. And please, as part of getting this adventure together as friends, as novice writers, go on over to our Reddit and engage in conversations with us there. If you don't feel like going over to Reddit, well, you always have the comment section down below. We do our best to reply to all the comments that come our way. And yeah, we hope to hear from you. Hopefully, this rant right here has done something to jar some of your creativity loose, because we need your stories out there in the world. And that's all for now. So, tschüss!